Hey, what's up everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about how to build a big chest. I'm going to give you tips, and also I'm going to list different mistakes that people make when it comes to tinying chest. But before that, let me show you some muscles. And let's start. Now let's start with some mistakes that people make when it comes to chest tinying. Now the bench press, as you can see in the back, you have a bench. Obviously all of people do the bench press and that's great, but a big mistake that people make is that some people actually don't like the barbell bench press. That's a big mistake. They are missing out on a lot of chest gains when they skip the barbell bench press, because this exercise is probably one of the best chest builders. The barbell bench press has built my chest. This is the only exercise that I've used for building my chest. As you can see, it's well developed. But again, the reason they don't like it, they don't think it's safe. A lot of people said that. I don't agree. If you perform the exercise with very good form and you're careful, very good form, you don't use more than you can actually lift, you don't ego lift, you don't train to failure, you don't take the sets to failure, you're not going to have any problems. Your volume is not too high. Again, that might cause some issues. It's not going to cause any problems. You're actually going to benefit a lot from the barbell bench press, because when it comes to chest tinying, again, you need tension. When it comes to just muscle building, you need to use the big barbell exercises. Just any barbell exercise, use it. I mean, every exercise is a tool in the toolbox, so use everything. For example, what are the benefits of barbell exercises? They don't require, they're more like machines. And for example, the Smith machine doesn't require too much. Like, compare the barbell bench press to the dumbbell bench press for your chest. The dumbbells, first of all, very hard exercise to actually start the exercise, to perform the exercise, to set it up. Just dumbbells require a lot more stabilization. The barbells, any barbell exercise doesn't require that. You're a lot more stable and you can lift a lot more weight. And that tension is really great for muscle growth. And just imagine how much chest gains you're going to get from performing the barbell bench press. Now for sets, I would say do 10 sets a week of the bench press. Make sure it's all high quality volume, but don't train to failure. Just learn when you're going to fail the next step or two. I usually stop when I know that the next step is going to be very slow and very hard. That's when I stop. I don't train to failure on the bench press. Now other exercises, again, the dumbbell chest press, I like it. The benefit of this exercise is that a longer range of motion. The downside is it's a very hard exercise to set up. You have to pick the weights, and it's kind of hard compared to the bench press. Very comfortable. just unlock the barbell, start doing your reps. With dumbbells, it's not easy, it's not comfortable, so it's a very hard exercise to do. A lot of people again ego lift on the dumbbell bench press. I don't see the point. Usually the benefit of the dumbbells is to get the benefits from this exercise, to do the full range of motion. The deeper stretch, the deeper range of motion is going to build more chest. So I don't see the point why you're going to take this muscle building exercise and turn it into a ego lifting exercise. It doesn't make sense. Again, a lot of people they skip part of the range of motion on the bench press. They might just, a lot of people they skip the bottom of the movement, like they don't touch their chest with the barbell, a big mistake, or they skip the walkout, the top portion of the movement. Again, none of this makes sense, but the chest is fully engaged in all parts of the range of motion. Every portion of the range of motion, the chest is fully engaged. On bigger exercises like the bench press, for example, every muscle, a few different muscles are lifting the weight together. On the bench press, the chest, front delts, and the triceps, they're lifting the weight together, they're working together. That's why it's called a big compound multi-joint movement. And a lot of people don't get the benefit from the big exercises because they skip some part of the range of motion for some reason. Now the best range of motion for the chest on the bench press is going to be, you unlock the barbell, you go all the way down, you touch your chest, you pause for a second or two, and then you push the barbell and you fully walk out, you fully extend your elbows. You don't skip any part of the movement on the bench press. The same on the dumbbell bench press. Again, a deeper stretch is what you're going to get. Like, deeper stretch is actually the benefit of the dumbbell chest press, and if you don't get that benefit, it doesn't make sense to do this exercise. Again, you're forced to use a lighter weight. It's probably going to build less muscle unless you do a lot of reps to compensate. I'm just not a fan, but the deeper stretch is what you need to get to really get the benefits of this exercise. Now, chest flies, I would say it's a great exercise. Again, people don't do it correctly, they don't do it the right way. The right way is you're holding the dumbbells, and this is how you need to walk. You need to get that stretch. Again, I like to pause for a second or two, and then I bring my arms together. Now I like to, let me show you how it's going to look from the side. As you can see, I don't bend like my arm because I feel like not getting that extra stretch that you're going to get when your arms are like straight. So that's how I like doing the dumbbell chest flies. Now I only have like barbells and dumbbells at home gym, but on the machine chest fly, something that I don't really like is that it depends on the equipment that you have at your commercial gym, but some of these machines you don't really get the stretch, or you don't really, for the dumbbells maybe on top you don't really get a lot of tension, but it's like the The starting position is when you're getting like the most, that's when the chest is doing the most work. This is your starting point. This is like the hardest, like the first 50% of the movement probably, but again you're going to get more benefits from performing the full range of motion. Again, you need to train harder, stop doing junk volume. You're not going to get any benefits from that. Also, something that I always repeat is eating a small caloric surplus over time. The more muscle you want to gain, to build, the longer that time has to be, and that's why I set a small caloric surplus, because there's no point in gaining any body fat. Again, if you're going to do that for a very long time, it's the smartest approach to take it slow. Again, just because you're gaining weight slowly over time, that doesn't mean that you're gaining less muscle. You're gaining the same amount of muscle, but on a faster bulk. If you gain more weight, you're going to gain more fat, and you have to cut that body fat later, and you're probably going to lose some muscle, so it doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm a fan of slower bulks. Just gain less weight over time. Also make sure that you're sleeping enough. That's going to be very important for muscle growth. The amount of hours I can't tell, it's different for everyone, but if you have to use an alarm to wake you up, you're not getting enough sleep. Now, if you're able to wake up without any alarms or anything that's going to wake you up, you're good to go. And yeah, just follow my tips that I just gave you. The frequency is probably going to be twice a week. Twice a week is perfect. The amount of sets, 15 to 25. Maybe closer to 15 to 20 is going to be the sweet spot in my opinion for most people.